Gurubhyo Namah.
Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 7, Jnana-Vijnana Yoga, Sloka 20. Kamaistairtairhridajnana prapadyante anyadevata tam tam niyamamastaya prakritya niyatasvaya. After getting influenced by one's own prakriti or the character, the ones with the intellect who are relying on the desires worship that other devatas as per the niyamas. The deva and the devatas associated with each and everything, if only we require to attain or acquire something, the corresponding knowledge for the same should be relied on and must be to the highest of the level meditated. Then that condition will be coming towards us. Div means knowledge. The level of knowledge in each, if we want to acquire, we need to individually go to those of the concern and try to acquire the same. For each and every individual, the desires might differ. The one who sees the highest value in one might not feel like valuable to the other. The desires are also coming from ignorance alone. There, nothing needs to be done when the level of Supreme is considered. Sloka 21. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta shraddhayarchidumichchati tasya tasya jalam shraddham tameva vidadhamyaham. Which devotee, in which devata or goddess, in the most attentive manner desires to worship, in that devotee I make that attention affirmed. Here too, as a continuation of the previous sloka, Guru is explaining the same too. What we require and desire for and focus on with all interest, innocence and sincerity, the Supreme will make that condition affirmed in the self. In each and everything we do, as said before too, the result is already associated with it. Here, to what we do, if that proper attention and caution to the same is done, the manner in which the result is associated with it will be visible. Here too, the condition of the ones who try to go behind the desires that one has rather than to level of the Supreme or global is set here. Sloka 22. Sataya shraddhaya yukta tasya radhanamihate labhate cha tata kaman mayeva vihitan hitan. He who with that attention does the worship to the devas, as a result of the same he attains the desires that he thought of. All of those in actuality were given by me. After that attention is affirmed on desires that is set by the individual towards the Supreme, what is seeking for, the same level will be experienced by the individual. All these states are here existing in this world that we are living in. Hence, all these states are supposed to be present here. But if we utilize the states present here for the realization of self, towards oneness, towards moving in the positive path to Supreme, then all will be utilizing in the correct way. Anything out of the same will be of selfish nature. If one needs to be in a selfish cycle, as we can see in the majority of the world, then the path of realization will not be visible towards them. They will always exist in ignorance. Sloka 23. Andavandhu bhalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedhasam devan devayajo yandi madbhakta yandi mamapi. From me, the result that those small intellect ones will get is limited. The one who realizes on devatas attain devata itself, and the devotees of me attain me itself. What one desires and works for, one gets it. When everyone goes behind the desires and interests one possesses, no liberation is happening there. Condition of more and more attachment is happening at that moment. One will at that stage get deviated from the real path that one is supposed to be moving. If one moves not in the manner of the oneness, that particular individual who does not see the good of the entire life force, he will be trapped in the attachments and will move further away from the real destination that he is supposed to be moving. There is no particular destination that is set. Neither there is no goal that or is of a particular nature that can be set when the Supreme is considered. It is a realization that happens from within. When ultimately that realization happens, one becomes that Supreme itself. Sloka 24. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhaya param bhavamajanando mamavyayamanutamam. The ignorant ones who does not know the form of mind of the type of avyaya, of the best and the ultimate, see the non-expressible me as a one with character. As Arjuna's stage is existing now, who Bhagavan Shri Krishna in real is not identified by Arjuna until now. Even though the reincarnation comes to this world, no one will identify when they are present. Like, while Bhagavan Shri Krishna was existing, only few identified Bhagavan in the real form. Though it came in one form, that same is not a particular form or shape. The reality of the Supreme is shapeless, formless, and beyond explanation. When one tries to point to that Supreme in any form or shape and live, they are living in ignorance. All these abundance is the Supreme. Even the moment when we think, write, hear, listen, whatever actions that we do or not, we are really in that Supreme. Shloka 25. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrita mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mamajamavyayam. Me, who has been hidden by the Yogamaya, is not visible to everyone. These ignorant ones do not realize that I am birthless and non-destroyable. The level of the Supreme is not visible to all. To identify and realize the same only, we got this gifted life. There is always a condition of ignorance in the things we encounter and do. The Maya or the illusion will play the part, and the real understanding of the same will not be visible. The truth of Supreme will always be shielded. It is not shielded intentionally. The desires that were existing in us were more stronger than the urge to know the truth of the self. Whichever scale weighs more, we will be focusing in every manner towards the same. Shloka 26. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha Arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. O Arjuna, all the life which already went past exists at present, and the one which is about to come, all these creatures or life I knows, but none is knowing me. In Supreme everything is known. All the life generated from there exists there and going towards the same only. The state of all life, the ones who came, the ones existing, and the ones who will be coming, all is known in the Supreme. Here, Guru is knowing everyone. All our states are known. Whoever existed, comes and will be coming, Guru knows about it. But no one is identifying the Guru. That level of Supreme, no one is identifying. Though all this true knowledge is being shared, until and unless we realize or experience the same, we will not be realizing it. To identify the existence of Atman is not something which happens all of a sudden. We are coming with all the samskara associating with us over time. That time is not the same for each individual. Shloka 27. Ichcha dvesha samuddhena dvandvamohena bharata sarvabhutani sammoham sarge yandi parandapa. O Arjuna, even when all the life or the creatures are born, due to the duality arising from the attachment and anger becomes desireful. The attachments and the anger will be leading to the dualities. The state of oneness one will not be seeing until and unless the realization comes from within. Though we might feel life is at the same level of realization, if that real understanding does not come from within, we will be existing in that ignorant ways only. The mind will always wobble. The chit is the one which needs purification. All the conditions of past birth needs to be realized. The memory of the past interactions are registered on the chit. For the purification of the chit, true knowledge is only the way. That true knowledge exists in Guru. In Supreme only that wisdom exists. After getting the wisdom from Guru too, the same will not lead to realization. For real understanding, one needs to firstly completely surrender in all forms towards Guru. One needs to approach the Guru after burning every attachment, desires, material associations and all. As a free innocent child, one needs to be going towards Guru. This is the least eligibility one needs to meet to be on the journey with Guru. Shloka 28. Yesham tvandagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandvamoha nirmukta bhajante mam dritavrata. But the one who had done the virtual acts and the ones whose sins are destroyed after overcoming or liberating from the condition of duality with the Dritavrata do worship me. There are no conditions of sins and virtues existing when the Supreme is considered. But in this material world, if one is moving in the manner of the Absolute, doing everything that the Guru put forwards, those ones will be in the manner of the virtues going. Doing everything in an opposite manner will be in the way of sin. Shloka 29. Jara marana mokshaya mamasritya yatandiye te brahmatvadidu krishnam adhyatmam karma chakilam. The one who sees or relies on me tries to overcome the condition of aging and death, they will identify the Atma Tattva, the Brahma and the Karma is not completely. When one completely surrenders and dissolves in Guru, the Supreme, in the manner of the Yajna of the Supreme, he goes. When one moves in line with what Guru puts forward, one will be on the right track towards realization. That ultimately will lead to the realization of the Atman. The Atma Tattva will be revealed and the karma, if any needs to be fulfilled, will be done in line with the same. For him, he will achieve that Brahman. Further discussion on the same will be continued.